watching the second Newshour Debate on Times Now Super Prime Time.
Kumar Ketkar with me in the studio along with Sunil Alagh. Now, Kumar Ketkar is chief editor of daily Divya Marathi of the Bhaskar Group, a very seasoned and respected journalist. He tends to, on several occasions, support the view of the Congress party. And Sunil Alagh, now he, of late, as almost on 99.9 or rather should I say 100.1% of the occasions, speaks on behalf of the BJP.
Not the BJP.
No, you don't speak on behalf of the BJP?
Never. I am not a BJP party member. I am not a BJP spokesperson. They never appoint me. I am a Modi fan. Full stop. That's it.
That's a generic definition.
No, because...
I must also clarify, I am not a Congress member. I never was a Congress member, if at all. Once upon a time, I was a comrade, if you can call me.
No, I mentioned him because he completely takes the BJP.
I support Congress. I support Congress only on the question of secularism.
Do you support... One second. Sanjay Jha, welcome to the debate. Narayan Vyaas, welcome to the debate. It's going to make a difference by making, removing, dumping Prime Minister midterm and then appointing Rahul Gandhi as the Prime Ministerial candidate?
I just want to make an initial point in terms of the way you present and market yourself. The party has a brand image.
Right.
It's Congress, it's BJP, it's XYZ.
Yeah.
So now you always want the leader to add value to that brand image and not take away from it.
So Manmohan Singh takes away?
Now at this point of time, Manmohan Singh has taken away from the last 2 years, whereas the first 6-7 years, Manmohan Singh was perhaps a very good Prime Minister, but the last 2 years he's been bad.
No, but in 2009, all the commentariat, announced to the world that it is not Sonia, it is not Rahul, it is not Congress that work, it is Dr. Manmohan Singh's image. Because that was 2009, 206 verdicts, interpretation. No, therefore, to say that all 10 years have been amiss.
No, I'm not saying all 10 years. The first 5 years of UPA, one was not a miss.
No, but whose leadership then?
Right, I'm saying
Against
therefore...
Dr. Manmohan Singh's
leadership.
But
it's like a CEO of a company, the last 2 or 3 years, if you take the company down...
I agree with you.
So the last 2 years...
is to condemn a person.
I'm not
and
condemning.
On midpoint course...
I am not condemning.
Let me just remind both of you, midpoint course correction is made in all democratic countries which have parliamentary democracy.
Agreed.
Margaret Thatcher was removed in 1990 December.
Right.
And then John Major was appointed.
Right.
When everybody said John Major is nobody.
But he was appointed.
And Margaret Thatcher was opposed by Tory party.
But he was appointed. I am saying appoint someone.
No, Conservative party.
No, Conservative party has always...
Margaret Thatcher.
No, and appointed Major.
Yeah.
So to move Manmohan
So that
Singh
can happen. I don't think there is any humiliation in that.
No, there's no humiliation. I don't think we're discussing whether you're humiliating anyone. All we are saying is that the Congress party by itself normally is not nominating a leader till they actually win the elections. Then they say the Congress party will sit together and we'll pick a leader at the appropriate
Manish
time.
Tiwari says in September 2013, all I'm asking for tonight is for an ounce of consistency.
Correct.
I am not asking here, for a pound of idealism. I am asking for an ounce of consistency. And that is what I find missing. Sanjay Jha, lack of consistency is the accusation against the Congress party. In September 2013, before the debacle in these state elections, Manish Tiwari says the Congress party will fight the next Lok Sabha elections under the leadership of Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, UPA chairperson Sonia Gandhi, and party vice president Rahul Gandhi. Right? Now suddenly, because you lose the state elections, you find, we don't like this Prime Minister anymore.
I don't think anybody said that.
No, of course Sonia Gandhi said that. Sonia Gandhi said we are going to announce a new Prime Ministerial candidate.
At the appropriate time.
So why do you change it after the state elections?
Sheila Dixit herself said she got no support.
Why are you...
She's come out and said she got no support.
Why are you doing this to the Prime Minister till recently? What is Sunil Alagh?
That's it.
Sunil Alagh, 1 minute. Let's try and see if Sanjay answers that. Sanjay.
Arnab, let me tell you, I think the Congress party has been extraordinarily consistent. At which point of time have you heard anybody? In fact, if you read Mrs. Gandhi's press conference or when she addressed the media after the results came out before Mizoram, I think all of you, Arnab, I need to tell you this as well. I've been very disappointed that the Indian media almost collectively dismissed a small state of Mizoram and the opinion of its people, no matter how small it is, so completely. I mean, that is also a state.
What are you talking about? Sanjay,
I'm just trying to make a technical
please,
point here.
Sanjay, let's keep... By the way, one second. I'm telling you, yesterday, Randeep Surjewala had 3 diversionary arrows in his quiver. You also have 3 diversionary arrows on your quiver. your first diversionary arrow from your quiver which you have fired is that you start questioning the media. May I request you today that on one day when we'll have a discussion on the media, you and I will have a long discussion on the media. We'll devote a lot of time on it. Today we are discussing why you have suddenly changed your position on Dr. Manmohan Singh because you lost these elections. And I showed you that Manish Tiwari did say we are going to fight the next Lok Sabha elections under the leadership of Manmohan Singh, Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi. Triumvirate. You just removed one person out of the three overnight without even asking him?
Arnab,
how fair are you being on your Prime Minister?
No, my answer to your question is with the question. Can you tell me who from the Congress party that you have access to has said anything to the contrary to what Manish Tiwari said 5 or 6 months ago? Tell me who said that.
About 120 seconds back.
Then I think you clearly
about
have
120 seconds back.
You have got it wrong.
About 120 seconds back, we ran an interview with Digvijay Singh, who at last count was still a senior leader of the Congress party, unless Mr. Sanjay Jha, you've decided to count him out, who not only said that, he said that, right? Sunil Alagh? He said we have to now
review.
He said, and I'll quote you. He said that the general feeling of the Congress workers and the Congress party leaders, it's high time that Rahul Gandhi comes to a scene, and it's in answer to a question that Manmohan Singh won't get anything beyond a second term. So, I mean, what? It's not Alice in Wonderland situation. Narayan Vyaas, why do you think Sanjay Jha is ducking tonight?
Arnab, the point, no, 1 minute.
Why is Sanjay Jha ducking this tonight?
Arnab, 1 minute. You can't ask a question on the Congress. No, you are asking questions on the Congress from a self-confessed Modi fan, which I'll have to take with a pinch of salt, pepper and chili powder.
What are you talking about? We are talking about what Digvijay Singh said. Sanjay Jha, we are talking about what Digvijay Singh said. Please stop. Otherwise, we're not going to have a discussion.
Have to comment on
you're a self-confessed Congress fan.
Sort out the issues of Snoop.
At least you are a Congress party member. I'm not. We are talking about what Digvijay Singh said, not what I said. You answer Digvijay Singh's question first.
Sunil, I've been on several debates with you.
Talk about Digvijay Singh.
I've been on several debates with you. You come from a corporate background, so do I. Let us not confuse our positions here. So let's put the record straight. That end of day is very, very clear. 1 minute, Arnab, let's put the facts on the table. If you're discussing our Prime Minister, if you're discussing Rahul Gandhi, then since I'm the insider of the party, please try to trust me. I tell you what.
Sanjay, I'm going to extend this debate. What's it, Sanjay?
Is appropriate.
Sanjay, with your permission.
I'm also adding for your benefit.
With your permission.
Is going to fight the 2000.
With your permission.
Under the leadership and the campaign of Mr. Rahul Gandhi.
Now I'll say this, Sanjay.
Prime Minister, you'll get to.
Sanjay, with your permission or despite it.
Mrs. Gandhi said.
With your permission or without it, I'm taking a break and I'm coming back. I'd only say this. Till a few weeks back on a certain Monday, Sonia Gandhi criticized the BJP saying, why are you making fun of our Prime Minister? Whole country and the whole party stands behind the Prime Minister. Now suddenly you say it's time for this Prime Minister to go. I'm saying what happened? Just a 4-0 verdict. I'm back on the other side. Welcome back to the debate. We've been having a big debate here in the studio on whether or not the Congress party is going to name Rahul Gandhi as Prime Minister. Kumar Ketkar is not convinced about it. What do you think? Do you think this is a Narayan Vyaas? This is a preparation? This is all meant at giving an indication to to Manmohan Singh that he should ease himself out?
Well, first, Arnab, let me tell you that I fully endorse the premise you are building up regarding the contradictions. Look here, 6 months back on every debate you go, Congress spokespersons were defending, saying that it is not in our gene to declare a prime ministerial candidate. It is the decision that the elected members will take. And therefore, there is no question of declaring a prime ministerial candidate any time. Then they said discussing Gujarat is none of our business. And in most of the campaigns, they ended up discussing Gujarat.
Why are you getting Gujarat into this? We are not discussing Gujarat now.
Now, I'm coming to it, Arnab. Now, Mrs. Sonia Gandhi comes out and say that soon you will have a new leader. Now, creating all kinds of suspense. My personal belief is the finesse with which this family is specialized now in backseat driving, ruling through proxy, I still won't be surprised if they find out somebody, especially when the Congress's stock is trading low, do not expose Rahul Gandhi and have somebody as a sacrificial inode. Anything goes wrong, the blame is taken by the person who is put in the front, and then if you are getting elected with a reasonable number of seats, then all of a sudden put the Rahul Gandhi in the forefront. I don't think they have guts or intentions to expose Rahul Gandhi as at this juncture, who has miserably failed even during the state election campaigning. So I don't think that he will even in Delhi, if Rahul Gandhi fails to draw crowds.
How fair is this?
What kind of leadership you are expecting?
No, how fair is this that you have suddenly, Sanjay Jha, let me tell you some of the quotable quotes that Salman Khurshid once said when he was asked recently. He said, "We are going through turbulent times, but there is an airport to reach. And a wonderful man is driving the plane. Suddenly, we are not yet through the turbulent times, but you want to change the pilot right before the landing. What are you heading towards? A crash landing, or is this an emergency situation? And did you tell the pilot that we are going to change you midstream?"
Arnab,
No,
let
they
me
will jump
just
the
tell you
pilot
very
out.
clearly, as someone who works with the party from within. I don't know who interrupted me there, but can you tell that gentleman to kindly have some patience? But Arnab, let me make the point here. In very simple terms, unlike other
Sanjay,
parties,
you
some
have
of
to
them
learn
have been
this.
newly formed, some of them have a history of 10 or 20 years. The point is that end of day, we have a history. We have contributed in number of ways, right on from the freedom movement onwards. The party has seen ups and downs. We have lost some state elections. We take that seriously. Yes, it is a reflection of the fact that we need to do some changes, which we
No,
will.
you want to
Mr.
change
Gandhi
the
was
Prime
very
Minister.
emphatic and
No, you want to change.
categorical
Why do you
with a
want to
resolution
change
that
the
he will
Prime
make.
Minister? Is not
One
a
minute.
small thing.
Can I?
You see, you
Can I
said.
finish?
No, watch it.
There is
Sandeep Dixit says.
Let me reassure you. The Congress party does not press any panic buttons.
So you're not changing the Prime Minister.
By the way, in 2003, you know what happened to the BJP.
Are you
Thanks
changing
to his
the Prime
arrogance
Minister?
and hubris, you know what happened.
Are you
Let me tell you,
changing
the
the-
Congress party,
are you
even though
declaring
we
a
had
new Prime Ministerial
140,
candidate
we
before
would
the
not be
elections?
cocky and arrogant like our counterparts in the BJP.
Are you?
No, the answer, by the way, what did Mrs. Gandhi say? I think you should play that section all over again.
Yes,
Mrs. Gandhi said at the opportune moment.
Yes.
Now, you can try and interpret that whichever way you want to.
what does
but
that
by
mean?
the way, Arnab, in 6 months, you will have a Congress Prime Minister.
No.
Okay, let me answer. In 6 months, you have a Congress Prime Minister. So
you
just have patience.
know what Sandeep Dixit said. I'll give you a few. Our Prime Minister is a man of action. That man of action now becomes a man of inaction, I presume, which is why all the Congress leaders want to have a new Prime Minister. I gave you the quote on flying a plane and going through turbulent times.
Very true.
Rahul Gandhi says, how many weeks back? October 10th. How many weeks back is that? He says, in life I have two gurus, Congress President and Manmohan Singh. And today, that same guru
Exactly.
just...
So
No, 1
nothing
minute,
has
let me complete.
changed, Arnab.
That same guru...
Congress has been
that
consistent.
same guru... that same guru, you say till recently, we are going to fight the next election not on the basis of personalities but on principle. Not on personalities but issues. This is not a presidential campaign. We don't need any person to lead the campaign. The entire Congress party will lead the campaign. If that is so, why has Sonia Gandhi contradicted that position by coming at an opportune moment? I'm going to name a Prime Minister. Stick to your position. Don't declare anyone as a Prime Minister. Don't change your position on Manmohan Singh overnight.
1 minute, let me tell you what the opportune moment. 1 minute, let me tell you what the opportune moment is in my interpretation and in the interpretation of the larger members of the party. The interpretation is that when the elections are over and the Congress triumphs, will sit together and like we do in our
Okay, so here Sanjay Jha announces that the Congress party will not announce a Prime Ministerial candidate before the elections. I'm glad you've gone. No, why are you laughing?
I'm telling you, I don't know who's... I can see a self-confessed Modi fan getting into paroxysms of laughter, but let me tell you, that's the way the Congress party works, and whatever decision one takes, you'll get to know in the coming weeks.
I don't understand. Who is this self-appointed insider of the Congress party? I have not heard of this kind of a gentleman. Congress has announced that he is our insider to talk on all kind of secret matters about Congress. I think the general interpretation, which a common man
Vyaas,
on board will understand,
the insider is involved in
somebody
Snoopgate.
nominated as the Prime Minister.
The insider is involved in Snoopgate. You better worry about that.
Mr. Insider, we don't know you.
Mr. Vyas, the insider is involved in Snoopgate. That's what you need to worry about. Don't worry about our party. Worry about some seriousness in your party.
We know you as somebody we know you as somebody who has para-jumped on the arena. So I'm not worried about if you are an insider to the Congress, maybe.
Why are you so
congratulate you. But we have not heard about
so nervous?
That is what I was trying to tell you.
Why are you so nervous, Mr. Vyas?
In all of this, no, 1 minute.
One thing.
One minute. I enjoy this. I enjoy this. No, this is a very adventurous debate. But before you go into
who's sounding very nervous.
No, 1 second. Here is the person.
I am not, Sanjay, don't try to play. Sanjay, don't, these psychological tricks will not work with me.
If you're not nervous, Mr. Vyas, if you're not nervous,
you might have learned somewhere in your management schools. Let your knowledge be limited to your classes. Let your knowledge be limited to your classes. Management schools teach us.
You teach some knowledge of history. You teach some knowledge of history to your prime ministerial candidate. Even a 5th standard student knows better. Even a 5th standard student knows better history than your prime ministerial candidate. Please, for God's sake, don't lecture us.
He will not have to take lessons from. He will not have.
Okay, gentlemen.
Understand one thing.
Gentlemen, 1 second.
Take lessons from.
1 second. We are going. 1 minute. Don't go into.
From Italy.
Don't. 1 second.
Need to learn about India.
Calm down, gentlemen. 1 second. You see, 1 second, Mr. Vyas, please. You see, I don't know much about adventure sport. Allow me, Mr. Vyas. Mr. Vyas, I don't know much about adventure sport. You say somebody's para jumped. I don't know who is bungee jumped. I don't know who's the historian or the politician or political scientist here. What I know is that there is Digvijay Singh who says one thing one time and he said one thing another time. I was looking at what Digvijay Singh said here. Digvijay Singh said today that the feeling is that Congress workers and leaders, Rahul Gandhi comes to the scene and takes over as the prime ministerial candidate of the party. This is the general feeling. And just after the anointment of Modi, when Modi was appointed as prime minister, Digvijay Singh said at the Assam Pradesh Congress Committee headquarters in Guwahati, we will go to the elections of 2014 under the leadership of Sonia Gandhi and Manmohan Singh. We are not projecting any candidate as prime minister. That's why I said I don't want a pound of, anything else, but I want an ounce of consistency. Now, Sunil Alagh, who you are describing as an outsider to the system who has no right to comment on a subject like this, wants to respond. Sunil Alagh.
You know, one, I am not an insider of BJP, so I don't know how they operate.
No, he says you are a Modi fan, so you lack legitimacy in the debate.
I'm a Modi fan from the outside. When Sonia Gandhi makes a statement to say that who is your leader, I will announce it later, which means Manmohan Singh is not it. Otherwise, why can't she say we are going into this election with Manmohan Singh? The fact is she's creating massive confusion amongst all.
Before election.
No, 1 second. I am saying even not a question of before. The fact is she could have said.
She did not say that we'll campaign under another prime minister.
No. She has just said that I will decide, I will announce the prime ministerial candidate at an opportune or an appropriate time. That means Manmohan Singh is, otherwise she has said Manmohan Singh is our prime minister.
You can say
he's
that.
He's the one who's going to lead. Why are you creating confusion by saying?
Why make it abstract? Why make it abstract? Why do you need to make it abstract?
You're making Manmohan Singh nervous. You're making everybody nervous.
Since it was on everybody's mind that Congress should declare the prime minister candidate, she merely said she should have appropriate opportunity.
These are not.
She should say Manmohan Singh is going to continue.
Mr. Ketkar, let me say this. That one thing you would not fault Sonia Gandhi for is for not measuring her words. She measures every word she says.
That's what she has done.
She knows what she means.
She has measured words and said that. No, we are trying to overinterpret one single word by saying that prime minister.
Why
she has not said change. She said we'll declare our PM candidate at an opportune or appropriate time.
Manmohan Singh's position
she never said she's changing. She never said she's before election.
If you are 1 second. If you go to the chairman of any company and say who's your next managing director, and I'm the managing director, and he says we will announce him, he'll make me nervous. Immediately, otherwise he says no. Sunil Alagh is the managing director.
Sunil Alagh, thank you.
But if you know that managing director is going to retire at a certain age, like election time, prime minister retire.
I don't think for all the virtues ascribed to Indian politicians, one virtue which will never be applied to them is that they ever retire, on the basis of age. Sanjay Jha wants to come back to the debate. 2 minutes left on the debate. Sanjay Jha's turn to respond. Yes, Sanjay.
Yeah, go ahead. Arnab, all I want to say here is that
whether Digvijay
very,
is
very
insider or
important for me to
outsider.
tell everybody here, even if you look at the 2009, when the Prime Minister Manmohan Singh we said so, that we will fight under his leadership as a future Prime Minister, was declared 1 month before the elections in the manifesto. So, end of day, the Congress has its certain traditions and practice, and please, I would like everybody to respect that. And we are not going to respond on the basis
Janardhan Dwivedi, no, please, you have to be consistent. Janardhan Dwivedi said this or not?
We're not going to appoint.
No, you have changed your position in this last 4 minutes of the debate.
One more point.
In the last 4 minutes of the debate, Sanjay Jha, I will draw you back to the real issue. 1 minute, Sanjay Jha, listen to me.
But we don't
listen to me, Mr. Sanjay Jha. Now, listen, I have been silent on this. Now, I must tell you this. Janardhan Dwivedi comes out and says, the relationship...
you have been very generous, I got to admit.
Thank you, I always am. The Janardhan Dwivedi says that the relationship which exists between the Congress President and the Prime Minister today is unique. And something which has never been seen before, which I admit, it's the first time something like this has happened. And perhaps should be the ideal model for the future also. What happened? What happened to that ideal model for the future? You say one thing today, you change it tomorrow, and you want us to believe it is not because of the aftermath of the state elections and because of the insecurity after the verdict. Jai Narayan Vyaas coming in and then Sanjay Jha. After Jai Narayan Vyaas
leaders in our party, they are experienced, they are veterans.
I'm not
1 minute, they have been in politics for a considerable period. One must learn to respect people like Mr. Janardhan Dwivedi and Mr. Digvijay Singh.
The million-dollar question you are raising is whether Janardhan Dwivedi or Digvijay Singh could be taken as insiders or are they outsiders? Janardhan Dwivedi.
I think Mr. Vyaas is playing an old record again and again, but he should worry about
Are they insiders of the Congress or outsiders? Sanjay, I think you are
find out the insider who's snooping around in Gujarat, my dear friend.
Better you condition
the country
yourself.
is watching. The country is watching what's going on in that state.
Better you condition yourself, Sanjay.
In Gujarat, there are no insiders.
Tomorrow,
In Gujarat, there are no insiders.
You also might be thrown out.
In Gujarat, everybody other than Modi is an outsider.
Is Manmohan Singh...
Everybody other than Modi is an outsider.
The fascist threats coming on national
You are the only insider.
You can see the fascist threats coming on national television.
1 minute, please don't have a crosstalk on this. Yeah, what the question is,
that is an argument the country is not going to accept from you, Sanjay Jha.
Sanjay Jha, you see, you have a democratic...
It's a worn-out argument. Don't play that record again.
Mr. Jha, you have a democratic right to make Manmohan Singh the fall guy. You have a democratic right to make Manmohan Singh a convenient target. You also have a democratic right to go back on what you said earlier. All I am asking you today is whether you do all of the above, you will change the problems of the Congress party.
Arnab, our challenge right now is to get ready for the 2014 elections, which I think we have a very, very good chance of winning based on the complete performance over the last 10 years of the UPA government.
Sanjay, you're going to win the elections without a leader. It's wonderful. I think without an announced leader. It's without an announced leader you will win.
You know,
Congress party has made itself irrelevant today because it is leaderless.
1 minute.
Announce a leader and you may have a hope.
The politics of the country
otherwise you are leaderless.
Solve the
performance of the UPA government,
personality style, presidential elections.
Of the UPA government,
it may make a good sound bites. The country has bigger problems.
It doesn't make a difference anymore.
Okay,
now you will lose the country.
Yeah, but we have routed you. We routed you in Karnataka. We routed you in Himachal. We routed you in Uttarakhand. We routed you in many other states before. Why are you forgetting that? If you look at the net, the Congress has done better than you in all the assembly elections put together. Get to know your facts, Mr. Vyaas.
Well, I'd say this,
Mr. Vyaas, where are your facts?
Mr. Sanjay Jha, Mr. Narayan Vyaas, Kumar Ketkar and Sunil Alagh. Gentlemen, Sunil Alagh, the Modi fan, not the Modi party member.
500
the outsider within
BJP.
And Sanjay Jha, the insider.
To all the insiders and outsiders and all the believers in bungee jumping and parachuting into politics, to everyone tonight. This question goes to everyone tonight. I have two questions. Do you think Manmohan Singh will feel undermined if he is asked to go now? Is there an attempt to ease him out? That's question number one. Question number two, as I thank everyone, is a bigger question, and I want everyone on the panel to think about it. do you think, and this question to all our viewers, do you think the Lal Batti culture we debated right on top of Newshour tonight is a culture of entitlement that India must reject now? This is a story we'll follow. Absolutely. We've got a huge response from all of you. Tomorrow is the Supreme Court judgment on 377, decriminalization of gay sex. We are going to debate that later on the Newshour tomorrow night. And there's live all-day coverage on that. Remembering Madiba, the fantastic tributes paid at today's event in South Africa is coming up on the other side, 11 o'clock. Thank you very much for joining me on the Newshour this evening. See you tomorrow at 9 p.m. Good night and goodbye.